This vintage Coach bag has seen better days, showing its age and adventures, but with some care, we can bring it back to life. If you've been afraid to clean your expensive leather because you think you'll ruin it, this video will change everything. And stick around until the very end because I'll be sharing some secret tips from years of experience that even the most experienced bag owners never even heard of. Hey guys, my name is Evan and it's my goal to share the skills and tools needed to love your leather. Today we're bringing this vintage Coach bag back to life using a gentle foaming cleaning method that's actually safer than what most people try. So let's jump right in. First things first, we need to take this bag completely apart. The strap, the tag, everything comes off. Why? Because we need access to every inch of this leather, and trust me, you'll see why in a minute. Now before we start cleaning, it's really important to fill out the bag to maintain its shape so we can evenly clean each area of the leather. This will ensure that the bag keeps its shape as we get it damp with cleaner, as well as that any moisture gets absorbed when drying. Step 1 is simple but crucial. Brush off any loose surface debris. I'm using a soft horsehair brush from Leather Honey because we don't want any loose dirt to scratch the leather when we clean. Now here's where most people mess up their leather. They grab water and oil stripping dish soap and start scrubbing hard. Definitely don't do that. Today we're using Leather Honey's gentle foam cleaner with this horsehair brush, and I'm going to show you the exact technique that prevents damage every time. Now watch closely. I'm applying foam, not liquid. Why foam? Because it's gentler. It lifts dirt to the surface so you can easily wipe it away without overly soaking into porous leather, and it gives you way more control. From there, take a clean microfiber cloth and gently wipe off the surface, ensuring that every time you wipe, you're using a clean portion of your cloth to prevent scratching the leather. And for best results, don't forget to clean off your brush as it gets dirty as well. Now, if you're freaking out at this point because the leather is darkening unevenly, don't panic. This is completely normal. And leather like this aniline leather, which has no coating, is porous, so areas absorb moisture faster than others. It will dry evenly, as you guys will see in just a moment. Now, something I hear all the time is that people blame cleaners for leaving watermarks on their leather. But here's the most important thing about cleaning leather like this, and it may even seem counterintuitive. You need to get the entire bag damp, not soaking wet, just evenly damp, because if you leave dry patches, you'll create watermarks as it dries unevenly. So even if a section looks clean, make sure every inch gets touched by the cleaner. And as you see, I'm repeating the same process on every part of the leather. The body, the flap, the sides, and yes, this cleaner is safe on nubuck and suede parts as well, so you definitely don't need to worry about those areas. Now I wanted to note that if you spilled something inside your bag, or if it has a musty smell, maybe even got a little moldy, giving your bag a full clean inside and out can make huge improvements for nasty odors. The key thing is to remember to make sure it fully dries after you clean it, so it doesn't harbor more bacteria. And make sure you never dry your leather in direct sunlight for extended periods of time, because this can ruin your leather by drying it out, warping the fibers, and making your leather brittle. A common mistake that people make when caring for their bags is only focusing on the exterior. The outside does pick up dirt, but the interior, especially if it's being neglected, tends to hold on to crumbs, debris, makeup, and oils that can diminish the bag's condition and long-term value. And while I'm not doing a full interior clean on this video, I don't want you guys to hesitate to address it when you maintain your own bag. This cleaner is gentle but effective, so if your bag has an unlined raw suede interior just like this one, you can use it safely. Just make sure you clean the entire lining evenly and leave it uniformly damp. That prevents uneven drying and avoids watermarks. And for best results, insert a clean dry cloth into your bag as it dries. Of course, we never want to forget the strap. It's the part that your hands probably touch the most, so it usually collects the most oils and dirt. So make sure to spend a little bit of extra time here working thoroughly and wiping away any excess as you go. It's not complicated, just use the same gentle cleaning process on every part of your bag. You guys already know that I stand behind Leather Honey along with more than 65,000 5-star reviews on Amazon, but that doesn't mean you have to pay the full price. Grab this kit and follow along with this limited time code of VUMMIES at leatherhoney.com to get 20% off and free shipping. Link below. From here, I'm fixing this coach tag, and if yours is anything like this one, you can easily fix it. The original glue probably gave out after all these years, so I'm using Fiebing's leather cement. This glue is specially formulated to stay flexible with your leather as it moves, and it comes out white but dries clear, so don't worry if you accidentally get it on your leather. You can easily wipe it away since it's water soluble until it dries. All you got to do is apply it to both sides, align it carefully, wipe off the excess, and then let it cure. From here, we just need to allow our leather to fully dry before conditioning. Now for a secret that most bag owners haven't heard of or often neglect: polishing your hardware. Now I do want to mention that polishing works best for high quality hardware, and if you're dealing with low quality plated hardware, you might make your hardware look worse. This method I'm using only works if your hardware is higher quality. And while you can use things like Brasso to polish up your hardware, today I'm using a polishing block to remove the tarnish and bring back that beautiful shine, because it's the little details that matter. For best results, you can remove your hardware, but unfortunately this hardware isn't able to be removed, so I'll be doing my best to avoid the leather and only polish the hardware. And while this hardware wasn't in the worst condition, I do think it made a sizable difference in appearance. Drop a comment below on what you think and if you've ever tried this method. Now, if your bag has any suede areas that you cleaned and now it feels hard or flattened, don't worry, that's completely normal, you're not alone. All you need to do is take a brush and gently lift the matted fibers back into place. Because the fibers were wet and dried flat, they just need a little bit of help returning to that soft velvety texture that makes suede so distinctive. Now that we've removed the nasty dirt and grime, we need to ensure the leather remains hydrated, so keep watching to see my favorite way to restore the moisture in this vintage bag: Leather Honey Leather Conditioner. This is non-toxic, environmentally safe, and I confidently use it on all of my leather. Now I'm just applying a generous amount of leather conditioner to my clean microfiber cloth, and then I'm rubbing it into the cloth for an even application. I want you guys to notice that I said clean. You want a clean cloth so that you're not rubbing in any dirt or debris from cleaning it, as to not scratch the leather you just took so much time to care for. Now it's important to note that you should never clean your leather without following up afterward with conditioner, and that's because cleaning agents often remove natural oils that keep your leather from cracking when it flexes and bends with normal use. Now everybody's condition of their bag might be different, but this bag is so old and dry, I'm actually going to be doing 2 to 3 thin coats total. And again, you might see uneven darkening as you apply. That's normal. Thin, even coats will absorb properly and look more uniform after drying. I also wanted to mention that when you use conditioner properly, especially a proper leather conditioner like Leather Honey, it fills in some of the pores with good oils that protect your leather from spills and stains, because the leather is filled with the conditioner. If it was dry, those pores would easily absorb your spills, so that's yet another benefit of conditioning properly. Next, I'm going to be paying extra attention to high stress areas like the strap, as well as where the strap connects to the bag and the flap. These are flex and bend points that are constantly moving, so they need a little bit more TLC. Now we are almost done, but there's a few things to note with this specific conditioner. Leather Honey's instructions say that you need to wait 24 hours or until dry. It might feel a little bit tacky before then, but that's completely normal. It will dry properly. And if there's any excess after the 24 hours, all you have to do is wipe it off with a microfiber cloth and it'll be perfect. And that's actually something unique to Leather Honey's formula, is that it penetrates deeply into your leather's pores and provides better long-term benefits, where other conditioners claim to do a lot, but actually just sit on the surface. Now we just need to let the conditioner dry and then put the bag all back together. And if you remember what this bag was before, it was pretty bad, it was filthy, it was dry, it was lifeless, but now it's something that you can actually feel the difference. It's rejuvenated, soft, supple, and the way that genuine leather should be. Now, I also wanted to mention yet another bag secret that most bag owners don't ever think about. When you're out and about, you might spill something on your leather and you have no idea what to do. That's why I always keep leather care wipes in my bag or in my car. They're incredibly handy in an emergency, and they have definitely saved me more than once. Most stains actually happen because the leather has time to absorb whatever hit it, so speed definitely matters. When you have leather care on hand, you're prepared to protect your leather before the damage sets in. And there you have it. From filthy and forgotten to completely restored, this bag went from something you'd hide in your closet to something you'd be proud to carry. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if this video helped you become more confident about cleaning your own leather, hit that like button. And if you got a leather restoration project you're nervous about, post your story and photos on my YouTube community tab and let's figure it out together. I read every single one and I will literally take the time to help you figure it out. So now that we saved your bag, what about your suede UGG boots? Check out this video next and remember to love your leather.